Hi everyone, and welcome to EDSE 532. For those of you who have never met me, I am Dr. Jackie Davis, and I will be your instructor for this course. My intent today in this short video is to accomplish just a couple of things. First of all, I want to introduce myself to you and let you know a little bit about myself personally and professionally, and then also to give you a little bit of a tour around the course in Canvas, since this is an online course. I know that some of you may have never taken an online course before, so I'm just going to give a very brief sort of tour and navigation through the course. So as you can see in the screen behind me, the home screen for our course is there, and we'll come back to that in just a few minutes. So if you've had a chance to read my introduction on the discussion board yet, you will know that I have come to the University of Northern Colorado via Florida. I spent most of my life in rural north central Florida in Suwannee County in a very small town called Live Oak. I was raised in Live Oak since the time I was about 7 years old. I went to school there. I didn't leave for very long to get my undergrad degree. I did most of that in an off-campus program. My undergrad degree is in elementary education from Florida A&M University. I then spent the next 16 years in the classroom teaching all grade levels from preschool all the way through high school. The last 8 years of my career were in preschool and kindergarten inclusive classrooms, and that's where I really found my love for ECSE. So after my time in the classroom, I left and moved to Tallahassee, where I got both my graduate degrees. My master's degree is in early childhood education from Florida State University, and then I immediately followed that up with my PhD in curriculum and instruction with a major in early childhood special education, also from Florida State University. I moved to Colorado in the fall of 2016, where I began my career in higher ed. When I'm not at UNC, I live here in Greeley with my mini dachshund Daisy. Over my shoulder, you can see sort of a abstract picture of Daisy that my daughter had made for me on my last birthday. Daisy just turned 13 earlier on January 2nd of this year, and so I've had her since she was 8 weeks old. She's been with me for a very long time. Other than me and Daisy, I have 3 adult children. My oldest son is Jay. He's 36 years old. He lives back in Suwannee County with his wife and my 3 grandsons. Tristan is 16. Samuel is 14. And my youngest grandson, Johnny, is 10, very soon to be 11 years old. My daughter is 28. She lives here in Colorado, down in Lakewood, where she works as an itinerant teacher, working with children with visual impairments in Douglas County. She lives with her boyfriend Greg and 2 of my grandpups, Leo and Surrey. Leo and Surrey are both lab mixes, and they're both rescues, and I love them very much. My youngest son, Brian, is almost 27. He lives back in Tallahassee in Florida. He is soon to be married. We are right now planning a wedding. It's very exciting. He and Elizabeth will be getting married in March of this year. Super excited, very celebratory. Our family's having a great time right now. They live with my 3rd grandpup, Ginger. She's the sweetest little beagle you've ever seen. So yeah, that's a little bit about me personally. When I'm not teaching school, I love to read and cook. And just enjoy. I'm learning to really enjoy everything that Colorado has to offer. So, now that you know a little bit about me personally, I'm looking forward to getting to know you more this week on the discussion board and reading about you and interacting with you as you introduce yourselves to each other. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come back to the background of the video and talk a little bit about the Canvas screen that you see. The first thing I'm going to do is put the screen into student view so it will look a little bit more like what you're used to seeing. So for those of you who need a little refresher, or those of you who might be taking your very first online course, I'm just going to go through quickly the main parts of the course that you will need to be able to access to be successful in the course. So here, not all the way on the very far left, but here on the white on the left-hand side is the course navigation tools. You will see that we are currently on the home screen. It just has a banner with the course number and title. The next thing, the next tab, if you click on it, will be the announcements. I posted a welcome message before the course opened yesterday, and you will see that this announcement list will grow as the semester moves on, and I will add announcements. They could vary substantially just based on whatever the topic is. So just be sure if you get a notification that there's an announcement that you go to the announcement screen. Click onto the announcement to read the message. The next item on the navigation tool is the syllabus and syllabus tab, which has the syllabus and the schedule for this particular course, and then below there you will see all of the different assignments that will be due throughout the semester. The next tab is called Modules, and this will build as well throughout the semester as I open the different modules as we progress through the course throughout the semester. So the modules are, with the exception of this very first week and the exception of the very last week, each module is 1 week long. This first module started yesterday morning, right at midnight on Monday, but this first module will go all the way until next Tuesday night, because from there on out throughout the rest of the semester, modules will open on Wednesday morning and finish on Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. One of the reasons that I did that is because assignments are due at the end of each weekly module. When courses run from Monday morning through Sunday night, that means that you're doing a lot of the work to submit your assignments on the weekend, on Saturdays and Sundays, which is very understandable. I know that many of you are working in the classroom or in other jobs on Monday through Friday, and so you're working on your schoolwork on the weekends, which is perfectly fine. But sometimes I'm available on the weekends, but other times I'm not. I'm not at home, or I'm with my family, with my daughter or something, and I'm not available. So if you have questions and you email me and try to reach out to me, I might not be available. And so having assignments be submitted on Sunday night sometimes was difficult when people had questions. So you can still do your work on the weekends, you can still work on your assignments, but if you have a question, you can email me, and then I'll be back in the office during the week on Monday and Tuesday to answer your questions and be sure that you have time to make any changes or finish your assignment and submit it without the assignment being late. So that's why, one of the reasons why the assignments or the modules end on Tuesday, begin on Wednesday. So in the Start Here module, this is not really the first week's module. This is just information, a welcome message, how the course is organized. So when you want to access a module, don't click on the name of the module that's in the gray bar, but click on the first item. That will open the screen. You will read the information, and then at the bottom, you'll scroll down at the bottom, you'll click through to the next button. You'll read more, click through, and continue throughout the end of the module. If you're in the middle and want to go to another module, you can just come back to the navigation bar, click on Modules, and it takes you back to the module screen. In the Week 1 module, if you click on the first item, Week 1 Readings and Resources, you will come on the first screen, and here you can see that within the page there are some links that you need to click on. So the first reading is out of the course textbook, but because I know that many of you haven't received your textbook yet, I've scanned the first chapter for you. So you click on the link, it will download. When it's finished, you can open it up and do the reading. The same thing for the Watch Your Language article and the short case story of welcoming Adam. Then the last resource for this first week is a website provided by the Center on the Developing Child by Harvard University. There are 5 short videos. The first one is on brain architecture, the second one is on toxic stress, the third one is on resilience, the fourth one on serve and return, and the fifth one on executive function and self-regulation. You can simply click on the title or on the picture. It will take you to the page where you would then open the video. After that, the second page in this module is the discussion board. So this is the assignment for this first week. For discussion boards, you will read the directions, read the prompts, and then for those of you who have never participated in a discussion board, in order to participate, you will take your cursor where it says reply, click, a box will open up, you'll put your cursor in there, and you will type your response. When you're finished replying to the prompt, you will click on Post Reply, and it will go to the bottom. You will see a couple of people have already responded, so your response will go to the bottom. If you type something like this that you don't want to keep showing up, here where there are 3 little dots, if you click a little drop-down box, you can click on Delete, confirm that you want it gone, and then you could come right back up to the reply and start over. As part of your assignment, you will need to reply to some of your classmates' posts. So here is a post Brianna has already posted, and if you want to reply to Brianna, you simply come to the bottom of her post, click on reply, and again a text box will pop up for you to reply. And then I'm going to cancel that. Another way, other than from within the module, well, let me go back there. In the module on week 1, at the very bottom of the page, you will notice that there's no next button. That means you're at the end of the module, you're finished for the week, and you can be done. But from the home screen or from the navigation tool, instead of clicking on modules, if you want to go straight to the discussions, you can click on the discussion tab, and this week's module is listed there. There are also 2 pinned discussion boards. The first one is called General Questions and Answers Discussion Board. This is a place for you all to help each other out. So the directions say, use this general discussion board to ask and answer questions related to the course and its content. There are times that I am unavailable during the week and or weekend due to personal or professional activities. This discussion board is a place that you can help each other out during those times. So if you have a question that you think some of your classmates might be able to answer, you click in here, you ask the question, you post it, and then in bold it says, if you do not receive an adequate response from your classmates within a timely period, please email me directly with your questions. The other pinned discussion board are the discussion guidelines. You'll definitely want to take a look at the discussion guidelines and rubric, which will download. Excuse that, that's another course. Make it a little bit bigger. I have to watch the time. Here are the discussion guidelines. Here starts how I will grade, and then here's the rubric. Then there is also an example. There are some important information in the examples that you will want to pay attention to as you start to formulate your own discussions. So in your initial discussion, you'll definitely want to cite the readings and the resources. For discussion posts only, I prefer in-text citations instead of a comprehensive reference list at the end. And every post, your initial post, your comments and question post, and your replies should all be tied back to the readings and resources. I have a time limit of 15 minutes on each of these videos, so I'm just about out of time for now. I'll be coming back in periodically with these short videos. I just wanted to pop in for a minute and introduce myself. I really look forward to working with each of you and hope that you all have had a wonderful start to your semester. We'll talk again soon.